EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Mustang 19. 2. Let's go.
They'll go play action with Milroe. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22. First and 10.
22-yard line. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready.
Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Come on.
They'll go again with Mitchell. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Got it. Ready?
Try again. It's second and 10.
15-yard line.
Ready?
Now Milroe. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down. So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Ready? 60 Vikings.
McBride is the motion man. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
A gain of 15.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Cardinals first down. A gain of 15. First down. Cardinals.
Now give up the middle at Benson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up as the athletic training staff looks at him will step away for a moment.
Let's go now. Kennedy Lion.
Now they'll set up to throw. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he will get into the end zone. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Milroe. Open man is Horton. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
Trap 50, trap 50. Come on, come on.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Forced out wide, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10.
Bronco quick, Bronco quick. Go! Go, Rig! Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Ready?
Another run here with Mitchell. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Panther 11, Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive.
That one intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Off he goes. And a nice run as he close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back to the Great Northwest in a moment. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. Top 60 Eagles.
Now faking the give. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense. They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
He'll drop to throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but there is a flag down, and we'll check in with our referee.
On the jump! Go! 18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! Go!
He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Etienne. Now he's free at the 35. And he will go all the way. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Cardinals. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Cardinals extend their advantage to 14-3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Marcus Jones now to return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin then.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Panther 11! Get it!
Throwing now, Milrow on first down. Looking middle, and there is Horton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go! Ready?
Milrow now off the bootleg. Pass right side, that is hauled in by Horton. He's taken down just shy of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10.
Here we go! Here we go! 70 Rangers! Panther 60! Panther 60! Ready?
Now it's Milrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
To the left side, and is caught by Horton. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Zayvon Collins. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
27-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready? Dragon 60! Hawk 70! Hawk!
Milrow. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Seattle after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
19.
Back to throw. He'll drop this. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Ready, set. Come on. Look at 19. Cowboy 80.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Let's go now. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
They'll look to throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Ready, break.
Brings up 3rd down.
Crack all 80. 19, tied in.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in their 2nd quarter. And he overhit that just a bit. That's beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
That's taken in by Horton. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Go. Panther 11, 19, Tiger, 9.
Milroe throwing on second down. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Deputy! Deputy Lion! Street! Street! Go!
This time they stay on the ground. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
6 yards.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Back deep, it's Tyreek Hill. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Harrison. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
19 tight, 19 tight, 76, 18, run, 8-6,
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
60 Vices, 60 Vices, 60 Vices. Warrior 70.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
60 Eagles, 6.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one is complete to McBride. He's got room to roam. And he'll take this one in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. That his second touchdown tonight. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Cardinals are out to a 21-10 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19. Go.
On first down, it's Milroe. Moving outside the pocket. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage. 3rd and long.
Trap 50, trap 50. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun. It's Milrow. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt teams as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. On the return, it's Hill. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go, stack. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Byron Murphy in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for ETN. So that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Okay, ready?
But it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
On the give, it's ETN. And he's going to have the Cardinals' 1st down. Although it didn't appear he got by much, he needed 4, and that's what he got to convert 3rd and 4.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
60 by 6.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Bronco 80.
They'll run for it with ETN. And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
70. Warriors 70. Hawks 70. Hawks 70. Ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Milrow.
Milrow's pass. Complete to Torrey Horton. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Shot alert. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check. Hurt. Hurt. Check up.
A run here with Mitchell. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he is out of bounds. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Give up the middle for Mitchell. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Milroe. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Ready?
Well,
break.
a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down
18,
and goal.
Pioneer. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And he will score! Game on! Jalen Hyatt, touchdown Seahawks. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Tyreek now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get bumped.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
On the return is Jones. Oh, looked like he was at a scene for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
At their own 35-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions. Ready, let go.
On play action, Milroe. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Buda Baker with the coverage defensively, able to break that one up. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler. Let's go now. Dragon 60. Cowboy 80.
Here's Milroe to throw. Smith and jig the left side. He's got it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Cougar
line.
19. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Get it.
At the 47-yard line.
Viking 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing is Milroe. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Shot. Go.
He'll get this out to the left route. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
First and goal at the 9.
Now it's Milroe. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready,
Milroe gonna throw it again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready. Like 79 Broncos, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. $18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
To throw again is Milroe. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Corey Horton. Touchdown, Seattle. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they?
And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Now return coming from the 7. Oh, yeah. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big one here in the fourth quarter. And even 50 yards.
Okay, break.
First down.
Viking 18. Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions, Red 80. Ready.
They'll run. It's ETN. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player.
Panther 60, Panther 6, 19, go.
Back to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. It's an Arizona first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's ETN. The ball comes out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. No louder place than here in Seattle before third down. They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are right back in this one.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, We're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
No! No!
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. Oh, the ball's out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
ETN. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll drop this for ETN. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Cardinals have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Mitchell. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. And a timeout is called, so now you're probably looking at one final play back in their own territory. This is going to take a miracle. Here's 2nd and 2.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Stephanie.
To the air, it's Milrow. Flushed to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're